Good afternoon. I'm just going to do this one on my own without the microphone. My name is Eric Lee. I'm the president and founder of Harpiris Energy. We are a Salinas-based manufacturer of solar water heating equipment. The particular product that we currently manufacture is the SunCash solar water heating system. And this product was developed at Davis Energy Group, where I led that effort from 1999 through 2008. And then we signed an exclusive international licensing agreement to use this technology. The terms of the agreement are we pay between 4% and 6% royalties and can keep it in perpetuity as long as we meet fairly reasonable sales targets. It's protected by a very strong U.S. patent as well as a registered trademark for the name SunCash. We're looking to raise $1 million at this point. We raised $165,000 in early 2009 with a valuation of $667,000. We're looking to raise an additional $1 million with a pre-money valuation of $2 million. Primary need for that is working capital. It's to grow our company through smart hiring and to increase our marketing efforts. We're looking to purchase a rotational molding machine and bring that to Salinas, but we're going to be using a California Energy Commission Clean Energy Business Financing loan at 2.75% to do that. So why solar water heating and what's been going on in that market lately? Between 2004 and 2008, the market was averaging 50% per year growth rates. 2009 saw a 15% contraction. 2010 is already apparently back to 2008 levels. The numbers are still coming out. Why are utilities and states and the federal government so interested in solar water heating? Why do they want to see it grow back to where it was in the 1980s when California installed 150,000 systems in 3 years? So going back, this growth is always occurring where the incentives are, and because we don't have one, there's been no growth in California. It's been 1,000 systems per year. Solar water heating has 4 times the gross aggregate greenhouse gas savings of all other natural gas, of any other natural gas efficiency measure. It's easily retrofittable, and existing water heaters only operate about 55% efficiency. So why is California going to rise out of its slumber? Just starting May 1st, we got a investor-owned utility solar water heating rebate. It started with single-family homes. July 1st is when it starts for the big fish, commercial and multifamily applications, and that's where we primarily focus our efforts and our current sales have been going to. It's the most valuable incentive in the country, and it's a long-term program going through 2017. That, combined with the federal tax credit, which goes through 2016, means for commercial multifamily systems, the property owner is getting a total rebate of about 70% of the total system cost. We're also going to have a lot of municipal financing programs beginning this year in California, and the scoping plan adopts this incentive rebates goal of 200,000 systems and has put on top of that 2 million by 2020. This coming from an industry and currently installing only 1,000 systems per year. Even the lower figure is going to take 75% growth per year. So we have 2 products. Our first product is this SunCash all-in-one passive solar water heating system. It's very low cost, very easy to install, very reliable. And now we have an Energy Commission Building Energy Research Grant to develop another product. This one will own the IP in-house. It's a $285,000 grant. We're about a third of the way through it with the commercial shipments by the end of the year. We already have an order for 100 of those tanks. Our existing product, it's a passive preheating system. So cold city water goes to our collector where there's 50 pounds of thermal storage, and then it goes into any kind of water heater. Tankless, storage, commercial boilers, works the same. The details are we have an unpressurized collector. There's 50 gallons of unpressurized water there. That collects and stores the energy and passes it through the copper heat exchanger to the potable water. And then we also provide a pre-assembled valve package. That is everything that's needed essentially to install this system. What's the advantage for the homeowner or the property owner? It's the lowest price residential scale renewable energy system certified in the U.S. Not just solar water heating, not just PV, but small wind, everything. This is the cheapest system that you can buy with all the certifications required for this market. Economics are great, but it's also a very reliable product. It's easily integrated from a single family home to a commercial process user, and it's compatible with PEX pipe, which means it's freeze resistant, it's cheaper, and it's easier to work with than copper pipe. It's also certified with copper, but that's kind of where we see the market going. Why do we like the product? Because the margins are very high. Even at startup, we are already the lowest, the low price leader in the market. With in-house rotational molding and some volume, we're looking to cut our costs by more than a third, always with a gross margin of over 50%. Here's our new product. Now, Suncash is a passive system. This new tank product, Harpiris solar storage tank, it works in active systems where you have collectors on the roof, a tank in the house, and a pump that circulates, brings that energy from the collector to the tank when it makes sense to do so. So in this case, we are developing just the tank, and we're going to work with a distributor who's going to package it. So the benefit for the customer is even greater than with Suncash. We have the best performance of all residential tanks. We'll have the lowest price. We'll be 15% lower than the current low price leader at introduction. Far and away the longest warranty, and it's compatible with all collector types. Why are we interested? Obviously, the margins are there. It's a bigger market. Their active systems dominate the current market, so it's something that's easier to integrate into what people are doing now. We use the same vendors, the same equipment, the same know-how, and we already have a letter of intent with UMA Solar. They are the largest solar thermal distributor in the country, and they want this tank badly. And the reason they want it is because they are importing these Israeli swimming pool collectors. They have the largest market share in that in the U.S. of those. They have created a glazed version of the product, bringing the temperature up so they can now be used for domestic hot water applications. So by combining this very low-cost collector with our very low-cost tank, this is a product which can be installed for equipment price. We're looking at $1,200, installed price of $2,500. That compares right now to an active system in this area. It's going to cost between $8,000 and $10,000 for everything. All these prices are before incentives. A little bit of background about the company. We formed the company in June of 2008 to coincide with signing of the license agreement to use the IP, and then a proposal that I had written was selected by the Air Resources Board to do an 80-unit demonstration project in California, which we've just finishing up right now. So we knew there was some revenue, and shortly afterwards set up a pilot facility in Sacramento. And then in January of last year, raised $165,000 from 4 individual investors. Kind of got the pump primed and got us to where we are today. The following month, our tank R&D grant proposal was selected. That proposal was ranked #1 of 27 that were received by the Energy Commission. Late last year, we finished our first large-scale Suncash installation. This was 65 collectors across 2 apartment complexes in Sacramento. And at the same time, we established a larger facility in Salinas. It's 6,500 square feet, and we pay just 50 cents a square foot. Towards the end of last year, we started seeing the cash coming in from our Energy Commission grant. Then early this year, completed a 40-collector apartment installation, this time in Hanford. Total installation time was less than 200 man-hours to install a 40-collector system. It's about 6% of the total system cost. And then there's some of our upcoming goals and targets. How are we currently marketing our products? We're going to try to find the larger commercial customers, apartment building owners, hotels, restaurants, institutions, commercial process users. At the same time, we're following the traditional model of building a dealer network where manufacturers sell to the dealers and the dealers, they sell to the end customer. In the future, we have an order for 6 collectors we're about to ship to Antigua. It's a very large chain of resorts. They have 250,000 visitors per year, and they already use solar water heating, but they're unhappy with the products that they have. Do-it-yourselfers, another big potential market, and of course big box retailers. And a lot of our competitors are afraid of those last 2 channels because their precious dealer network gets very upset when they see competition coming from the customer up on the roof himself, and also from, so I almost saw it at Home Depot, it's $1,000 less than what you're charging me just for the equipment. They like to mark up the equipment so that the labor, the installation cost looks lower. So, getting to the financials of the company, after 17 or 18,000 in revenue in 2008, last year it was a 10-fold increase up to almost 180,000. We had more expenses than that. In the end, we lost $88,000 last year, but sometime in late last year, early this first quarter, we reached break-even point. This was somewhat out of necessity based on a lack of credit, but the good news is that our checking account balance went from $18,000 at the beginning of the year to over $75,000 as of yesterday. So just 4 months. So, and those prices are all net of any owner compensation. So this is real profit net of all costs. A little bit about myself. I have managed more than $5 million of government-funded R&D projects, and my specialty is taking the latest in computer simulation, polymer materials, production methods, and applying those to renewable energies and energy-efficient technologies. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time, so we've established that our product is far and away the best solar water heating products out there, but what is going to drive sales? Why are people interested in solar water heating? Well, for commercial multi-family customers, it's all about paybacks. We're less than 5 years at this point. If they use their own in-house crews, it can be down below 4 years. That's really the only thing they care about. For single-family home customers, though, everybody's trying to reduce their carbon footprint. This is a great way to take your Honda Accord, turn it into a Prius, and end up, instead of a product that has very complicated drivetrain, uncertainty regarding long life, the lifetime of the batteries, disposal cost, depreciation, instead you bought a product that increases the value of your house, will last 20 years, is extremely simple and very reliable. So that's it.
Gentlemen have any, and ladies have any questions?
Are you always planning to be a manufacturer?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. The question was, are we always planning to be a manufacturer? Yes, is the answer. Our strategy for our company is to be a developer of technologies, generally with that R&D funded through government grants. Also an efficient manufacturer, but generally working with other organizations to be our marketing partner. But we see that there's no reason to get out of manufacturing. These products are not very easily imported because there are technical barriers, but they're a low density product. So shipping them from Asia is pretty prohibitive.
What's the payback to the end consumer if there's no government subsidy? What's the payback period?
Well, it depends on.
Question?
Sure. What's the payback period with no incentives? And it's depends a lot on, unlike photovoltaics, where if you leave town for a year, that system is still generating energy and selling it to the grid. You may be getting beyond net neutrality, but the end is it doesn't really matter what's going on in the house. Solar thermal is very different. We're looking for larger households. We're looking for people with propane and electric water heaters. Those customers don't need incentives, and they're going to get less than 10-year paybacks right now.
Okay. No more questions? All right. Thanks very much, Eric. Okay, before Laurel comes up, I just wanted to show you all our pretty trophy award. If I put my glasses, I lost a pair of glasses. The Monterey Bay Regional Business Plan Competition 2010 Innovator of the Year, demonstrating excellence in innovation, entrepreneurship, and commercialization in our region. We wish you success and look to you to be an inspiration for others. So, and Sam Farr is in the house somewhere, and he will be presenting that award in about after you all decide who the winner is.